Yo, what's going on everybody? So before the video starts today, I just wanted to tell you about my favorite adult toy website, the lovely people over at Adam and Eve. They're actually the sponsor of today's video, and we're coming at you kings and queens with a 50% discount on an item of your choice when you use code JAMARI. That's JAMARI, JAMARI. Like wow, that's half off. That's like seeing the girl of your dreams topless. And wait, just wait a minute. Because when you use my code, you also get free shipping on your order. These are really trying times, and you or your partner deserve a little moment of pleasure. A 5-minute vacation from reality, perhaps. They have stuff for men, they have stuff for women, anyone on the spectrum. So go use my code today and treat yourselves to some Adam and Eve. Alright, yo, what's going on, guys? So today is actually going to be another episode of Fan Mail Friday. I got people writing into my email. That's jamariadvice@gmail.com. If you want to send me an interesting story, if you want to ask me a question about a relationship situation, or really just any life situation in general, feel free to email me there. That's jamariadvice@gmail.com. I'm going to be doing these every single week. So let's jump right into this one. This email is titled Relationship Advice. So this guy says, "Hey Jamari, thought I would write you for some advice. I've always been a long-time fan since you reached 50,000 subscribers. Well, hey man, I want to thank you for watching, and I appreciate you jumping on from a pretty early start." He says, "Anyways, I've been in a funk lately with my girlfriend. Yeah, I hate to say it, man, but I feel like a lot of people's relationships during this pandemic are not going to survive, whether they be getting a divorce, ending a marriage, or just ending a boyfriend-girlfriend type of thing. A lot of people are stressed out right now. A lot of people are not very mentally healthy. People are dying. People are losing their jobs. So, yeah, let's just see what happens. To give you some context, we're both teachers, and we met through the teaching program. Okay, so how do you guys in the comments feel about working with or having the same occupation as your significant other? I personally don't always know if it's a good idea, but I'm sure for some people it works like magic. He says, "She is the best thing that ever happened to me. We have been together for 2 years now, and this year was rough. After the summer, I couldn't find a new teaching job, and I've been between jobs due to the whole pandemic." Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, like I said, when someone loses a job in a relationship, it puts a lot of strain on it. And, I'm sure that's been happening to a lot of people during this time. He says, "Since I was a new teacher, I was one of the first to be let go." Yeah, I guess they're doing that last in, first out process. So, they got teachers unions and stuff that are protecting the teachers that have been there for a longer period of time. So I'm sorry, man, that's rough. You probably were just getting into your career and you thought, man, I'm set, and all of a sudden life kind of punched you in the face, and you found yourself unemployed. He says, "My girlfriend kept a job, and this year she decided to also take the master's program for literacy. So she's really on it. She's very busy, I'm sure, and I'm sure this guy feels somewhat embarrassed." He says, "I've supported her wholeheartedly, and I took on the chores, cooking, cleaning, everything pretty much since I'm out of the job." Yeah, pretty much this guy said, "You know what? I don't have a job right now. I'm still looking for a job, and I'm going to take on all the bitch work for you while you work all day." Because I'm pretty sure being a teacher right now is actually really hard, especially when it comes to dealing with all the technology, not only from your end, but also from the kids' end, and, dealing with all the parents and stuff like that, I'm sure is very stressful. He says, "Of course, I'm not just doing that, but to keep us afloat, I also took a side job doing DoorDash." Okay, so good for you. You're not just one of those people that's just going to sit around on your ass and blame other people for your situation. You're actually going out there and being proactive and trying to make some money. Okay? He says, "It's a flexible job, and it gets my part of the rent paid." Okay, so they're still splitting rent. They are still just boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, it's not like you were making 150,000 a year. I mean, being a teacher, you might have made between 40 and 50,000 a year. So if you're really grinding in DoorDash, I'm not going to say it's a comparable wage, but you're just not losing out on, a huge percentage of your income probably. He says, "A typical day for me would be waking up and waking her and her daughter up, which she takes 30 minutes to do. She's 7, by the way." So key word there, he said her daughter, not our daughter. So this woman has a kid. It's not his. And I'm sure that will be important for the rest of the story. Then getting her ready for school by constantly reminding her to hurry up. since my girlfriend has to teach from her classroom, so her daughter has to go too. Even though it's distant learning, she can't stay home because I'll be doing DoorDash. Okay, so you've been in this relationship for 2 years. Now you're pretty much taking care of the kid, at least taking her off to school, and you're doing daddy duty. I guess you're soon to be the stepdad or whatever. You don't sound very enthused about this though, sir. You sound like you think your girlfriend should be the one getting her ass out of bed. I mean, it sounds like you're still working like Superman. You're doing all the bitch work around the house, and you're doing DoorDash. He says after they leave, I do an hour workout until around 10 p.m. So yeah, this guy's on top of it. He's still trying to keep himself fit. He's trying to make the best out of his bad situation. Life is a series of ups and downs. It's like a roller coaster. And this guy's doing the best to make the most out of his lows. He says then he prepares for dinner. Since I DoorDash 11 to 8, I won't be here to make dinner, and the minute she comes home, she has to do the teacher's aftermath work, which is deal with parents, get the next day ready, etc., on top of homework from the master's program. So this guy's doing everything around the house. I'm considering him Superman at this point. He's DoorDashing from 11 to 8. That's around 9 hours working. That's a full-time job, dude. Stop underselling what you're doing just because you're not making as much money. Once I finish prepping, I'm off to work. When I come back, the house is a mess. Her daughter just plays and pretty much does whatever she wants because she's too busy to monitor her. Yeah, this just sounds like a very toxic place to be living right now, and I really do feel for you and the kid and the mother right now, because I'm sure everyone's just kind of in a bad place. I'm sure everyone just kind of wants, a day to just relax, a day to just get some space to themselves. And it's sad because I feel like a lot of people are going through this right now during this pandemic. Dishes are piled up and there is just no consistency in this household. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It's just gotten really toxic. And it's even harder because, this isn't even your daughter that you're having to do so much stuff for and probably having to spend so much time with. You probably see more of her than you're seeing of the girlfriend right now. He says, I immediately get to work and clean everything once I get home. My thing is, I am fine supporting her, but this is getting to be too much. Yeah, I mean, that's completely understandable, man. You're probably feeling a little bit insecure right now. You're probably just having a lot of questions about your life and the direction you want to take it. And I'm sure it's very stressful. He literally says he has a 14-hour workday right here. He also says, I'm Asian, and you know how Asian kids grow up. Okay, so that kind of explains a lot about this email, that he's Asian. Because, Asian people, especially from a young age, I feel like, they want to make a lot of themselves. They want to make their parents proud and stuff like that. And I know there's a lot of pressure on them to be successful. So, this whole email kind of makes a lot more sense now, and how he's just grinding so hard to even, I guess, feel adequate. He says Asian kids get beat up if they do something wrong, and they respect their parents without backtalking. Well, I can't do that here, because she's not my daughter, and my girlfriend also doesn't believe in that as well. Yeah, I don't really believe in, slapping a kid around or anything like that. My parents would discipline me every once in a while and give me a little spank, but they would never hit me with a switch or hit me with a belt. They always knew exactly how much force they were using on me. And honestly, though, every time I got spanked, I do feel like I did deserve it. And yeah, I think I was a better person for it. I'm just saying you shouldn't be smacking a kid around. He says, I'm just getting really tired of doing everything and just not getting the support I need. What really ticks me off is that I'm doing all these chores, so it clears up more time for her to work and get things done. Her daughter is supposed to go to bed at 9 and refuses to sleep until her mom is there and laying down, but when my girlfriend lays down, she just falls asleep and never gets ahead in any of her work. It's extremely frustrating, and every time I try to talk, she's multitasking at work and never really listens. So yeah, this guy feels unseen, he feels underappreciated. On top of that, I can never even put my thoughts together, and after the argument, I get my ideas flowing. Okay, so you're one of those guys that afterwards in the shower, you're like, oh, that's what I should have said during the argument. Must be tough being a person like that. I'm great at debating. What should I do? Should I just keep supporting her and just keep everything repressed, or what? Okay, definitely not. I feel like that's the last thing you need to do. It sounds like you do want to stay around and be with this woman, probably be You wouldn't mind being the stepfather to this child, but you do feel like it's a little overwhelming right now. I'm sure you used to feel like, y'all's whole relationship and whole new little family dynamic was very 50-50. And now you're probably feeling like it's 90% you and 10% her. And on top of that, you lost your job. You're feeling insecure. You're probably feeling a little bit inadequate. You're obviously trying to work really, really hard to seem like you're putting, some food on the table, to seem like you're bringing some money to the equation. And, it's just a stressful time for you right now. But I really think the last thing you need to do is repress the way you feel. I think you do need to get out there and have an open conversation with your girlfriends, because if you don't, you're just going to keep feeling like crap, and eventually the relationship is just going to, beeline into the ground, in my opinion. Yeah, you should be comfortable to tell her you're a little bit insecure. You've been together for 2 years now. You're taking care of her daughter. You should be able to tell her how you feel. And to me, that's just part of a healthy relationship. You should tell her, like, first off, I need you to have a talk with your daughter and tell her that, she needs to be willing to listen to me because, mommy's working all day, or whatever she needs to say to get her daughter to show you a little bit more respect. And yeah, maybe just, I don't know what y'all's financial situation is, if you guys really need the money, but maybe just cut back on the DoorDash a little bit, man. Working a 14-hour day, I mean, don't get me wrong, you're working hard, but is it really the most productive thing you could be doing with your time right now, Maybe try and work a side hustle where you can kind of control more or less the income coming in than DoorDash. I know that can be a really damning profession to choose. But either way, man, I just hope that, you find some resolution in your situation. I hope that you find some peace with yourself right now. This guy's still grinding, trying to make the best of his low situation, like I said. So he's got some serious balls, a lot more than a lot of people out here these days. And I just got to send out a salute to him. I'll be praying and hoping for you, my man. And I hope everything gets better. Like I said, guys, if you want to send in an email to be featured next week for your scenario, that's jamariadvice@gmail.com. For now, it's been your boy, and I'm out. Peace.